What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Apocalypse Movies. I am Jacob Bartley, and this is my review for Justice League. Yes, I finally saw Justice League, and I am so excited to talk about it. This was, I believe it was my number 2 or 3 most anticipated movie of the year, and I'm so happy because I got to go to an early fan screening of it. I had to wait about 2.5 hours in line in the rain in Sacramento to do so. But it was worth it to see this film. It would have been worth it whether I liked the film or not. But lucky for me, I really liked this movie. Now, it's definitely not perfect. No film's perfect. It's not. I wouldn't say it's great. I would say it's really good. And that's my honest opinion. I think this film is really good. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited to talk about it, and I can't wait to see it again. If that doesn't tell you what I feel about this film, let me explain it a little bit more. The cast overall, the chemistry between the cast worked together. And I'm not necessarily talking about the characters or their development or anything like that. I'm just talking about when these actors are on screen together, it's electrifying. No pun intended regarding the Flash, but he's one of the best of the characters in this movie. Ezra Miller is amazing in this, and I'll talk about each Justice League member's performance, but just overall together, this cast was dynamic and it works well together. And even though the character development wasn't perfect in this film, I hope this cast can stay together, and I hope each member continues to be in this DCEU so I can see them work together in the future, because that was one of my favorite parts of seeing these actors interact with each other, because it was some of the best parts of the movie. The action in this movie is incredible. It's probably my favorite part of the film. The action sequences are amazing. There's a lot of action sequences. The special effects are perfect, in my opinion. They're incredible. One of the problems I had with Batman v Superman was there wasn't enough action. This has definitely enough action. One of my problems with Wonder Woman was the special effects didn't look quite finished to me. It looked cartoonish and fake at certain moments in that film. Never saw that once in this movie. It looks so beautiful. It's a gorgeous movie. The tone of it is right on point. You still have some of that Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, somewhat serious, darkish tone thrown in with that new hope and optimism that was brought to Wonder Woman. It's the perfect blend, in my opinion. I thought all of these things worked great. And also, each portrayal of each character was really, really good to great, in my opinion. I thought Ray Fisher was really solid as Cyborg, especially since I haven't seen him in anything else. He was probably my least favorite character, but the character wasn't bad. He just wasn't given enough, and he wasn't as charismatic as some of the other actors. Gal Gadot brings about the same quality of performance she does to Wonder Woman, which was really good and solid. Ezra Miller as the Flash is incredible. Arguably my favorite character in this film. Maybe him, Batman, and Momoa are just amazing. Those three. Momoa was incredible as Aquaman, as Arthur Curry. He has such this swagger to him that just pours off the screen, and I thought he was incredible. I can't wait to see more of him. We didn't get as much of him as I would have liked. We got more of Ezra Miller as Barry Allen in The Flash. So I ended up liking Ezra Miller more because we got a lot of him, and especially his interactions with Bruce, the funny interactions and the serious interactions. There's this mentor relationship going on with Batman and the Flash, and there's a key moment in this film where Batman has to mentor the Flash, and it worked incredible for me. One of my favorite moments in the movie. As you can tell, I really like this film, and Ben Affleck was great as Batman again. I hope he sticks on this. However, there were definitely some problems with this movie. We know that Zack Snyder had to leave the film due to the tragedy in his family. We knew that Joss Whedon came in to do some reshoots and kind of finish the post-production of the movie. You can totally see this in there. You can see how the movie was kind of just thrown together and kind of rushed through, especially because they were forced by the studio to make it 2 hours. So I feel like there was a few scenes left out. I'm okay with my movies being 2 hours, but if you need more time, take more time. I feel like we could have had 15 more minutes to add a little bit more development to the story, to the characters, and stuff like that. I really felt that in the film, and the bringing together of the League was a little bit rushed and stuff like that. But overall, by the end of the movie, I felt very satisfied with the interconnectivity of the members of the League and them going forward as a team. And I also thought Steppenwolf was a bit of a disappointment. It's really hard to get these villains right in these comic book films. Like, it's really hard. So he wasn't a terrible villain, but he just didn't have enough. Like, he has no motivation. He didn't. So as a character, he was a little bit disappointing. However, physically, as a physical threat, I really like Steppenwolf. His fighting scenes, the way he takes on the League, the way he fights other characters in this movie, I loved all of the action sequences involving Steppenwolf. And I thought he looked pretty cool, and he's huge and menacing. But I just wish they would have given a little bit more depth to his character, why he's doing what he's doing, not just, I want to take over the world. Not just that. I want a little bit more depth from my villains. But other than that, other than those two negatives, there's also other small negatives. There's other small positives. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Overall, I'm sure you can tell that I really liked Justice League. I really liked it. It's not going to be the best comic book movie of the year. It's not a amazing, great film. It's not, and I don't want to compare it to any other movie, so I'm not going to even name drop it. But it's not one of the great comic books of this movies of this decade. But in my opinion, it's really good. It's solid. And honestly, I'm satisfied with that as a fan of this DCEU, and I hope it succeeds going forward. Overall, I give Justice League a 7.5 out of 10. That's a great score in my opinion. I'm thoroughly satisfied with it. Can't wait to see it again. The problems still are the problems. They still bother me, but I can get over them. I enjoyed more than I disliked. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Justice League. I am Jacob Bartley for Apocalypse Movies. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like all things film. We're going to be talking more Justice League, definitely. We're going to be talking spoilers. We're definitely going to get Gio Ramos on here, our DCEU enthusiast. We're going to get all the guys on here talking about Justice League and the DCEU going forward. So look forward to that. We'll talk about it in the future. Thank you all for listening. Please let us know in the comment section what you thought of Justice League, of what you're looking forward to. And also find us on iTunes. You can find us there, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Thanks again. Until next time, take care.